Anti-Afro Svengalis, I'm getting straight to the point. Number one, there is no change to the $1,000 challenge. What's happening here, the $300 deadline, the receipt bounty / escrow / ransom, however you want to describe it, is unrelated to the $1,000 challenge. It stands as it is. I'm posting that video below the title. The situation is this. Dumpsey D. Derell went over to Photon's channel and made declarations that I was run off a job, that I was under investigation, and I ran. The heat was too much, and I took off. Now, this all came about, this is what Dumpsey is saying, when Mona De Leon stole the Social Security information and gave all this information to the subjects in the Umar Johnson sector, people's employers and Social Security numbers. From there was a name of an agency that Dumpsey obtained. People were posting all these videos. Dumpsey said he had some contract there. Dumpsey said he filed a complaint against me. Dumpsey said there was an investigation launched. I couldn't take the heat and I ran. He initially said I was fired, then he changed it and he was very clear about I was run off. Let's get the timeline down. When this became known to the masses out in the open, when FUB fooled Mona De Leon into giving him information about her having stole the information, thinking she was Carrie Ann, it was a fake email. This is when it became known to the masses that she stole the information. So we're talking about the window, October, November 2023. So this is a time period. He says he has emails. He says he was in contact with these officials. He says I was run off. He says I was under investigation and I ran. Produce those receipts. Dumpsey says he has verification of his declarations. So this is not going to be a one-sided gig. Send that proof to Photon. What would be the hesitation? Send that proof to Photon along with $300 to hold that information, pending me sending my information in with $300. That information would not be released until both parties send the info in, because history has always been AFW friends and supporters. A bunch of crap is said about us, and we're the ones who produce the receipts, and the liars produce nothing. He says this happened. This should be the timeline. What would be the hesitation? What would stop Dumpsey from producing these emails? He should have the name of the agency, who he spoke to, their email. It's not a personal email. This would be something that anybody could verify. If he was able to verify it, anybody else. There should be no secrets. Now, on my end, I want to make sure I have a date correct, because I was saying two different dates. There have been some other situations going on. I'm making it very clear. I'm referring to, as far as my receipts, May 31st, 2024. I have a document very clearly. Dumpsey was sanctioned. He was severely sanctioned. He got up there and lied and says he had no association with the state of Virginia. I have the documentation that confirms Dumpsey suffered serious, catastrophic sanctions. There should be absolutely no barrier, because the address on this document is the same address as Dumpsey's business address, which is publicly stated. It's a public address. So there's no barrier to releasing any of this information. These people are public servants. Why would they care if people had their names and confirmed. Dumpsey should have no problem with anybody confirming I was run off. There was an investigation. I bailed. I couldn't take the heat. Dumpsey says this is what happened. Verification. Send the information to Photon with $300 to hold it. 24 hours. So you have until May 31st, 2025 at 3 a.m. There is no excuse. You said you have the verification of what you're claiming. It should match up to the timeline. We're talking October/November 2023. You said you spoke to who? You should be able to give us the name. Give us the name of the agency. Investigation. And I ran. I took off, which means I'm no longer there. I'm not associated with this place that Dumpsey said I ran from. And I have my receipts verifying Dumpsey lied. He sat up there and lied to Photon and said he had no association with Virginia, lying straight through his teeth. Now, he went over there to his channel and tried to throw monkey wrenches into the situation, saying that Photon is my paid friend or whatever. What the hell are you talking about, friends? You're the one that went over there lying on the man's page, bringing him into this bullshit. You jumped up and started saying all this stuff, making these bold declarations that you have these emails where you were stating that I ran because there was an investigation. Well, prove it. Show those emails, show the names of those you spoke to, give their email addresses, give their contact information, which is what I'm going to do. Absolutely 100%. We'll be sending that information. Send the info. Instead of trying to start up 45,000 other conversations and declarations and lies and trying to take everybody all over the place, go back to square one where you say you have verification and documentation. I'm not going to stop now to dig out the clip because I don't want to delay this video. I will dig out the clip and let you hear what Dumpsey said. He said he was working or had a contract at the same place I was at, and I was run off. That's the story he's sticking with. He says he has 3 emails. He was on it, and I ran. And he said, oh, well, they said since she left, then that's over with. Prove it. Send the receipts and send the $300. Check out the $1,000 challenge. I'm not going to go into the $1,000 challenge because it's already covered in the video below the title. This is unrelated to the $1,000 challenge, which stands. Send the damn receipts and the $300. You got 24 hours. Listen, folks, you know I got more coming your way. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.